Hey everyone, it's Tyler from Zephyr Epic here, and welcome to our first look at the brand new 2024-25 Upper Deck PWHL Hockey Hobby Box. It is a 6-card per pack, 12-pack per box format. It is essentially very similar to last year. The only differences are that there's pink dazzlers, there's a new insert set called Elevated Talent with some different parallels in it, including some more numbered ones, and then another new number parallel for portraits. But yeah, it's essentially the same 50 card base set and then another 20 Young Guns. The top Young Gun you're looking for is Sarah Fillier. She is on the box cover here. So yeah, very excited for this. Last year's PWHL was very short printed. This year I think is probably going to be around somewhat similar, probably a little bit more, but there are also going to be blasters, I think, for it, which is nice because it'll make it a little bit, more affordable for collecting. And yeah, overall I'm just pretty excited about the release. My wife and I actually got season tickets to the Vancouver team, so next year I'll probably be going pretty hard after all of their cards, because that's the other big change, is that they're in their officially team licensed photos with the logos and everything. It's not just PWHL Toronto, PWHL. It's like the Toronto Scepters and the Minnesota Frost essentially. So yeah, here we go. So here's an MMLT. Again, everything's gonna rival what you saw from Series 1, Series 2 this year. It's essentially flagship just for that. So go through this. Malte, Rock, Brent, Ambrose, Renata Fast, and Britta Curl Salim on the Young Guns. So again, it's going to be very similar. If you're familiar with Upper Deck Flagship, it's pretty much that, just a little bit of a different configuration, because it's, again, smaller league. There's only 6 teams in this season. There's now 8 teams because both Seattle and Vancouver got added teams. So looking forward to that. And it's the same kind of setup as last year. So Miller, Hughes, Rattray, Clark, Jacques, and Aaron Frankel on the Dazzlers. So yeah, this is essentially, I can't remember, honestly. Yeah, I think this is 24-25. Yeah. But yeah, it's essentially a very similar breakdown to that. It is what you're looking for in the set for, the start of a league and stuff like that. So on average, you get, I think it was like Young Guns fell 1 in 5 packs and Dazzlers Blue are 1 in 5 packs. But last year was really weird because you either got like a bunch of numbered cards and like a bunch of Young Guns and stuff. So there are definitely some stronger boxes than others. Kaylee Osborne on the Young Guns for these Sirens. But yeah, it's nice to have the official branding on them now too. The back of the Young Guns don't necessarily have... It would be nice if they put like their, collegiate stats or something on them. I don't know. I don't think they did. I think they just did a bio on all of them. But yeah, they just did a bio on all of them. So, but another Young Gun. So I mean, again, on the sell sheet it says 1 in 5 packs, but it's very clearly not 1 in 5 packs unless we got really lucky. Vanisova, Heisey, Frankel there, and deluxe of Harchi to 250. Nice, always good getting numbered Young Guns. Obviously, the one thing that was weird about the PWHL first edition is that the numbered Young Guns didn't carry as much value as the base ones did, comparatively to what they would in like a Series 1 or Series 2. But that could also just be because it's a different set of collectors and people just want to get the base ones to start with. And it was pretty short print, so. All right, next up, we got one of the new Elevated Talents. This is like a very almost SP game use type insert, I would say. And Renee Desbiens. But yeah, like the look of the set so far. I, again, have looked at it a little bit. If you're interested in picking up a box, I will leave a link in the description below. We'll also try and do some breaks on them today on Whatnot. We'll be live on Whatnot with some SP Authentic, some a mixer, and definitely some PWHL. There's a Hillary Knight and a Panic to 100 on the exclusives. Notably, the exclusives doesn't have the gold foiling down here that it normally does. Notably. Because normally, again, if you're familiar with Series 1, Series 2, this would be a little bit more gold foiled, but that's fine. That's 2 numbered cards. We're at, what, two young guns, a dazzlers, and an elevated talent. Elevated talents are also 1 in 5. Portraits are 1 in 10, so you should get 1 portrait a box. Which I think we have one here. I actually like the look of the portraits. There's a Taylor Heisey. So again, if I'm going too fast for the base cards, I'll try and slow down a little bit, but I actually like the gray on them. I wish they did gray to start off things for flagship, because it looks nice and clean. And I like clean looking cards. Yep, it is a PWHL when it first came out. Was I'd say a pretty big hit. There's another young gun. Another young gun. Oh, that might be an Outburst young gun. I think you pretty much get an Outburst young gun per box, if I remember. Yeah. Renee, Watts, and Heartchew. Hey, we're going for the full rainbow for her. Nice. Nice. There we go. I'm going to have to relearn the pronunciations and look them up, but we definitely will get to that over time from just watching the game. So, yeah, this feels pretty similar to last year. Lots of young guns. Maybe it won't have the whole. There's a Sarah Nurse, PWHL Vancouver player, Julia Gosling on the next young guns. It's like, I don't know what else to say. It's pretty much like last year. If you like the rookies, you're going to like the set. If you're a fan of the league or your favorite team, it'll be your first chance to get kind of cards of them in their actual uniforms, which I think is always sick. So, I really not much more to say. There's a Marie-Philippe Poulin and a Hillary Knight Dazzlers. She's with Seattle now. So, the expansion draft is wild with how much value a team could get from it, because teams were only allowed to protect, I think, 3 skaters, and then if they had another one taken, they had 2 taken from their team, they could protect another one, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it worked. But, oh, and there are also autographs this year. That is the other thing. So you do have a chance to get autographs this year. That is new, which is, I think, exciting. I think it's exciting. And there's a Malte on the portraits. Yeah, I like the portraits. They're definitely cleaner with the gray. It's honestly kind of funny that I like them better than the base blue ones, even though I think the blue ones would have actually fit the theme of a lot of these teams better. But yeah, final pack here. We got a Dazzlers. So pretty standard box, I would say. Really just decent value. Oh, pink Dazzlers. These are 1 in 20, so every about second box or so of Vanisova. So the foiling on these are actually really nice. You can tell they're... one thing that's funny about the Dazzlers is that you can tell where they're printed in based off of the foil pattern in the background. So like the ones printed in Italy, you can't see right down here. You can see kind of like a line on the foil board pattern. The ones printed in Italy, you can't see that. The ones printed in the USA, you can. It's kind of funny, but yeah, that's our box. So I'm getting pretty happy with it. We got the 1 pink Dazzlers. We ended up with 3 young guns. So Gosling, Osborne, and Curl Salem. Got the Frankel Blue Dazzlers. We got the Hillary Knight Blue Dazzlers. Outburst of Heart G. We got the Panic to 100. And again, another Heart G to 250. Malte portraits, Heisey portraits, and Dabian on the elevated talent. So that is your average box at PWHL. Like I said, we will be live on Whatnot at about 11 Pacific time, so probably about an hour from when this goes up or so, somewhere's in there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like, comment below with your thoughts, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you all next video. Take care.